We have a guest on the phone right now. Patrick Ewing, Knicks Hall of Famer on the line.
Oh my
I
goodness.
cannot believe you're going to put me on blast like that. Oh, my God.
Okay, all right.
Man, Reg, I thought we buried the hatchet.
Patrick, we have.
Hey.
But hold on, let me ask you a question. Are you more upset at me for putting you on blast or John and Charles for letting Michael out of that double team in the corner?
Oh, Lord. All three of y'all. All three of y'all. One day, there's no way in hell he should have gotten out of the trap.
Let me ask you a question. Take us back in the day, because even before our rivalry, Indiana versus the Knicks, you guys, with Xavier McDaniel and those Knicks teams, had some unbelievable rivalries with Michael and the Bulls.
Oh, definitely. I mean, shoot, they're the team everybody was trying to beat. After they were able to get past Detroit, then they were the team everybody was trying to beat. They're the big kids on the block. They had the greatest player to play in our era on the team. They had a great supporting cast, and we were trying to get where they were.
It's interesting because you talk about Michael. He was a part of Dream Team 1, the greatest team ever assembled. We had Larry Joe Bird and John Stockton on. Can you walk us through how every day on the bus, going to practices, games, airplanes, what was it like to be a part? Because you guys were rock stars in Barcelona.
Oh, it was phenomenal. I mean, first of all, you have Charles, Mr. Jokester. He kept everybody, just the lighten the mood. He's cracking jokes on everybody. Then, when we travel everywhere, we're like the Beatles, Michael Jackson, you name the biggest entertainers, ever. That was us. Everywhere we traveled, people were flocking to come see us, or touch us. It was a great experience.
On this team, and you can talk about this team or in general, who was the biggest trash talker, Michael Jordan or Larry Bird?
Man, I'm gonna name them 1, 2. I mean, they're right up there equal, But the difference is by then, Larry's back was messed up,
right.
So he wasn't able to perform the way that he normally does. But he still had the mouth. He still, there was no shutting him up. I think that's the reason why he and I got so close. He used to talk so much trash to me that, I could do nothing but to join him.
How was those matchups? We're talking with Patrick Ewing on the Dan Patrick Show. The matchups in the middle between you and the Admiral, David Robinson.
Oh, there were some great matchups. Dave and I, we're kind of, in some respect, we're mirror image. He's left-handed, I'm right-handed, but, we're both athletic. He's a little bit more athletic than I was. We could both shoot the jump shot. We could both put it on the floor. We were both great shot blockers. So, we were very dominant. If you look at our team, we were very dominant in the middle. You had he and I. And matter of fact, shoot, the whole practice, the practice was better, was 100% better than the games. You had he and I battling against each other. You had Carl and Charles battling against each other.
Clyde going against MJ.
Michael.
Clyde.
Yes. That was Magic. That's another trash talking guy you forgot.
Oh, Magic.
Oh man, yeah, you forgot Magic. Magic. He was the big man on the block, before Michael came along. So, I mean, you had these guys who not only would talk smack, but also back it up. Not a lot of people can do that.
Is the age of the big man a dinosaur? Is it done? As you see the NBA now, everything's being stretched to the three-point line. The back to the basket, David Robinson, Patrick Ewing, Hakeem Olajuwon, Rick Smits. Those days, are they gone?
I don't think they're gone. I just think that there's not anybody around right now that's willing to play that way. I think once somebody else, maybe one of these young guys or big young guys that come in who just came in, might decide to try to, go back to do it. There's nothing wrong with, being able to score on the block. Some people like Michael was telling me one day that, he thought that, I couldn't play in this era. I told him, I said, if I was playing in this era, I'd be Michael Jordan. Because, the thing is, one, I could shoot, I could post up, I defend. I wasn't a one-way player. I played both ways. And then I would be surrounded with all these shooting that then when the double came, all I did is kick it out, and the double don't come, who do they have to stop me?
Well, a big fella, you're right. No one's going to stop you in today's game because the big guys are much more softer than they were back then when we played. But I appreciate you.
But to answer your question, I don't think I just think everything goes around in, it's cyclical. It goes around in circles. They'll come back.
Well, I appreciate you calling in. Look, I wasn't trying to throw you underneath the bus. I'm throwing Oak and John Starks for letting him out of the double team because you were doing your job, protecting the rim. Those two guys' job was to get him in that double team.
Yes, it was. But you know what? That's the price you pay to be a shot blocker. Sometimes you're going to get dunked on, and sometimes you're going to block it. But I do have to say that I blocked more than I got dunked on.
That is true. That is Hall of Famer Patrick Ewing, one of the best shot blockers, players for the New York Knicks. We appreciate it.
Oh, my pleasure, Reggie. Keep on doing. You're doing a good job, man. Keep it up.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
The Dan Patrick Show, weekday mornings on Audience.